It's time for Friday Night Flights, sponsored by Casey Auto Group, Subway, and Bayport Credit Union.
We are now a month into the high school football season. Look at that shot. And with clear skies above and comfortable temperatures below, you couldn't ask for a better night for Friday Night Flights. Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce Rader. Just a few years ago, if you were to say that Churchland and Maury would start off the season unbeaten, you'd have been crazy. Churchland's been around in Portsmouth since 1840. Maury in Norfolk is 108 years old. Now, both had good teams back in the olden days, but had fallen on tough times until Maury came alive last year. And Churchland this season, those two teams met tonight in Norfolk, both undefeated. And look who's at the game, Virginia Tech coach Justin Fuente. Hokies off this week, scoreless in the first half, though. Maury in blue on defense. It's the senior lineman Darian Barner with the pick. A pick six, as a matter of fact. Maury up 7-0. Barner gets the championship belt for that play. A little later, Maury's back on offense. The handoff goes to who else? C.J. Beasley. He's going to be playing for Fuente at Tech next year. And look at this, folks. 81 yards for the touchdown. The Commodores blazing fast speed by the senior. Maury up 14-0. Then in the second quarter, they go up 21-0. The direct snap to Keandre Lambert. He's got offers from Penn State, Clemson, UNC, Virginia Tech. A 51-yard touchdown. Maury loaded with talent this year. You got to see him. The Commodores getting it done on both sides of the ball. They remain undefeated after another impressive win. This time over Churchland, 42-0. Coach Fuente had to enjoy that. Meanwhile, the Battle of the Rivers in the Southeastern District, Nansemond River against Indian River, and Nathan Epstein has us covered with the Friday Night Flights Game of the Week. Nathan.
And here come the Braves, the Southeast District champions for the first time in 25 years last year. And across the sideline, a team that ousted the Braves from the playoffs 2 seasons ago. Indian River 1-1 on the year, looking to take down their unbeaten 2-0 rivals. Here's how they got things started. First play from scrimmage. Tony Hyder takes the screen pass and jets all the way for a touchdown. Just like that, it's 6-0 Indian River.
So easy, baby, it's so easy. Let's go.
Next drive, third down. This looks pretty easy. Sophomore quarterback Zakiah Mingia locks in for his top target. Lamarian James, committed to North Carolina, with his first of 2 touchdowns, made it 13-0. Second quarter, same score. Mingia looks left, throws right, and look at the senior Cameron Hunter. Somersaults for the circus catch, and it's 19-0 Braves. Afterward, awarded the River Belt.
This that River Belt, this that real Jake right here.
But the Warriors wouldn't wane. Late second quarter, it's a halfback pass. Cameron Cuffey hits his target, Marquise Green, all green in front of him to the end zone. 2-point conversion made it 19-8. Braves led 33-14 at the half. Second half, Warriors going to the big man on the ground. Senior running back Xavion Evans through 2 defenders and outruns almost the entire Indian River defense for the touchdown. But the Indian River offense responded to every punch. Senior Terrell Sproul scored 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. Indian River runs away with a 40-20 win. With the Game of the Week, I'm Nathan Epstein for Friday Night Flights.
Nathan, that's some darn good football. Oscar Smith making the crosstown trip to Hickory. Smith put up 76 points last week. Tonight got off to a hot start again. Hickory needing a spark, but a little mix-up in the Hickory backfield. The Oscar Smith defense all over that. They get the safety. And who says special teams aren't important? On the ensuing kickoff, the Tigers' Roman Copeland Jr. makes a few nice cuts, breaks a few tackles, and runs right into your living room with a 70-yard touchdown. Oscar Smith proving once again this is one of the elite teams in the area. Kayvon King gets in on the scoring, breaking a few tackles. Oscar Smith goes on to win 58-6. Now at the beach, Salem looking like a contender. The undefeated Sun Devils brought their high-powered offense to a green run for a matchup against the Stallions. You know, Salem features one of the area's top players, Kalon Black, who was named our Player of the Week 2 weeks ago. Early in the game, Salem in white, when quarterback Saquon Miles hands the ball off to Kalon Black, who looks like he stopped initially, but somehow breaks free and takes it all the way in for the touchdown. Later in the first quarter, Miles is going to hand off to Kalen Black again, this time running through a gaping hole before he takes it all the way in for another Sun Devil touchdown. You know, as good as their offense is, I love Salem's defense, and the Sun Devils can get it done on that side of the ball as well. The pass intercepted by Zamarian Harrell. That ends up being another Salem score. The Sun Devils hot on both sides of the ball. An impressive 42-0 win over Green Run. They look to be the favorites of the Beach District right now. Meanwhile, for years, Princess Anne has struggled on the football field, but their much improved team jumped out to a 21-0 lead over, of all teams, unbeaten Ocean Lakes. Ocean Lakes in white. Quarterback Josh Brown to Anderson bumps into Princess Anne territory. And then Brown on 4th and 1. He only needs the first down, but he gets that and breaks loose for the touchdown. That cuts the Princess Anne lead to 14. Now, how good is Princess Anne? Quarterback Michael Newell to Zakir Brown. Look at this cut for the nice game. Ocean Lakes would roar back, though. Down 21-0, the Dolphins tied the game. They go into 2 overtimes, but that early Princess Anne lead saves the day. Princess Anne with a 29-28 2-overtime upset of Ocean Lakes. Boy, have things changed down at the beach. Cox improves to 3-1. The Falcons with the shutout win over First Colonial, while Kellum beats the Bayside Marlins 32-24. Lansdowne over Kempsville 42-19. The Eagles now 2-2. Let's stay in Virginia Beach. Here's Catholic trying to rebound from last week's loss at Collegiate of Richmond. The Crusaders back home hosting Episcopal. They jump out to a 23-6 lead, but Episcopal quarterback Emmett Moreland can see right over the defense, connects with Jamal Minsa for a 40-yard strike. That cuts the Catholic lead to 11. Looking to cut the lead even more in the fourth quarter, Episcopal's Bear Matheson punches it in. Catholic's lead is cut to just 5. And here's what you don't want to happen late in the game. The Catholic offense stalls, and Episcopal 3rd and goal. Moreland keeps it and gets the go-ahead touchdown. Episcopal with a big comeback win over Catholic, 31-23. Lake Taylor trying to rebound from last week's loss to Maury. They would do that against the Wilson Presidents. Lake Taylor just has way too much talent. Jeffrey Foster dumps it off to Malik Newton, who takes it to the house for a 57-yard touchdown. On defense, Lake Taylor's Dallas Brule, well, he's just going to time it perfectly. He will force the fumble, and Pierre Royster is there for the scoop and the score. Lake Taylor's defense, another solid performance, and the Titans beat Wilson 62-0. Western Branch picks up its first win of the season. The Bruins defeat Great Bridge 36-14 in a battle between two old rivals. Kings Fork now 2-1. The Bulldogs hand Lakeland a 36-6 setback. Booker T. Washington, look at that score. The Bookers over Armstrong 66-0. While Smithfield with a late defensive stand, the Packers defeat Norview 9-3. And still to come, the Bay Rivers District game of the night. Undefeated Lafayette, would they keep their streak going against undefeated York? Great highlights from Bailey Field and an all-Chesapeake showdown between Grassfield and Deep Creek. That's coming up next on Friday Night Flights.
We are the Indian River Cheerleaders. Don't go away. Bruce will be back with more Friday Night Flights.
Folks, you got to see this. Welcome back. The game of the night in the Bay Rivers District, a battle of unbeatens. Lafayette against York at Bailey Field. Now, last week, Lafayette scored 84 points. Always good crowds in the Bay Rivers. Lafayette gets the scoring going. Luke Hansen finds Mark Gresham on a screen, and all he's got to do is just run, and he does untouched for the touchdown. The Rams take the early lead. Now, on the next York drive, the quarterback, Lou Gatz. Now, he tries to force something as the defenders swarm around him. His pass attempt is tipped and picked by Michael Green. Now, Lafayette would get the ball back, and Isaac Duncan would finish. Could the Rams do it 2 weeks in a row, run up the big score? But wait a minute. York isn't finished. Running back Jaden Flood-Brown with a big gain, setting up York's first score of the game. Now, let's get back to Gatz. He threw that pick. Well, he also threw 3 touchdown passes, made a big defensive play, and here keeps it himself, goes behind his line, drives in for the score. York rebounds from being a touchdown down and beats Lafayette for the first time in 7 years. 28-21 the final, and that will snap Lafayette's 60-game Bay Rivers District win streak. At Todd Stadium in Newport, News, Denby against Heritage. Both teams in search of their first win. We pick it up in the fourth quarter. Heritage up 14-6. Denby in the dark jerseys. Isaiah Bosman finds the hole, 27 yards for the score. That would put the Hurricanes up 20-6. The Patriots would respond on the next drive. After a huge pass got him to the goal line, Sept Higgs takes it in. That wouldn't be enough, though. Heritage holds on for the 20-12 win. In Chesapeake, Grassfield, fresh off a come-from-behind win over Hickory on the road against undefeated Deep Creek. Deep Creek up 21-17. Jaden Bailey hits Ollie Brooks, who goes up between 2 defenders to make the grab, and then Bailey goes this way again. He hits Jalen Jones for the touchdown. Deep Creek can also move the ball on the ground. Antoine Flora takes it up the middle, breaks a tackle, makes a great cut, runs the defense down for the touchdown. The Deep Creek defense led by their great linebacker, Gabe Fuster. He's being recruited by Virginia Tech, Florida Atlantic, Liberty, and UMass. And he gets the pick right there. That's why all the colleges want this guy. Deep Creek wins it, 37-17. Jamestown, 21-12 winners over Grafton, while Warhill with the 30-point win over New Kent. Gloucester wins. The Dukes 21-11 over Menchville. Atlantic Shores 46-32 over Broadwater Academy. Okay, let's take one final look at the Friday Night Flight scoreboard. Isle of Wight Academy 26, Hargrave 6, Franklin falls to Essex 54-12. High school football doesn't end tonight. Don't forget the big game tomorrow afternoon at Darling Stadium when unbeaten Hampton takes on unbeaten Phoebus in a Peninsula District showdown. You know, Phoebus opened its season with a loss to Lake Taylor, but beat Kecoughtan last week 53-0. It's the game of the weekend on the Peninsula. Hampton and Phoebus tomorrow, Darling Stadium, 2 o'clock. And that does it for another week of Friday Night Flights. And you can see all of your high school football scores and highlights anytime. Just go to WAVY.com. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you on Monday. Good night.